one of my favorite movies of all time is The Goonies. I can't really do any kind of big reveal for you because you've already seen the thumbnail. You know it's about John Matuszak, who played Sloth. This is his grave right here. He died June 17th, 1989, just, I would say, roughly 4 years after Goonies came out. I believe The Goonies came out in 1985. It must be his father, I'm guessing. So his size made him a perfect fit for Sloth. He was 6'8", 280 pounds. And there's a lot of really cool, I'll show some of it in this, but there's some really interesting behind the scenes stuff of just the hours and hours of putting all that makeup on and getting into that character. And I think he retired from the Raiders in 1982. He was with the Raiders from 1976 to 1982. And then he just started getting into movies. You know, there's clips of him on YouTube, on talk shows and movie clips, and you know, he's different interviews. He was an interesting guy.
Oh, Dick, this is the new Tuesday.
And it's so sad that he died at such a young age. You know, was he 39 years old when he passed? For those of you who might not know, John was a professional football player back in the 70s and had started doing some movies and really was becoming a movie star. I mean, he parlayed his football fame and his football career into, you know, being an actor. And I mean, maybe I'm biased, but he did a darn fine job in the Goonies.
You would think that the big men would hold the advantage in this competition, and here's one of them. John Matuszak of the Oakland Raiders. Won a Super Bowl ring a couple of years ago when the Raiders beat Minnesota. He was handling those Viking offensive linemen that day. Now he's struggling with this car. He's got it. John Matuszak will go to the next round.
I do like that acting thing.
Yeah.
It's just fun being in front of people and being yourself. And we're all capable of being about 100 different personalities. It's just which time you want to bring it out.
You worked with Ringo Starr, and was it Caveman?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that fun?
A lot of heavy dialogue in that. Really. Tandel Lunda Ul.
Yeah.
So John was born in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, basically a suburb of Milwaukee. Like I said, he was basically mostly known for being a football player. He played defensive end, and in 1973 he was the #1 draft pick, and he played for the Houston Oilers, then the Texans, the Chiefs, the Redskins, or whatever they call them now, and most notably he played for the Raiders for the longest, and he was most known for playing the Raiders. And he died June 17th, 1989, as a result of acute propoxyphene intoxication, basically an accidental overdose of a prescription drug called Darvocet. And also contributing factors were an enlarged heart, and there were traces of cocaine in his system. But hey, it was the 80s. Yeah, so his father's Marvin. Boy, everyone's buried here. His mother just died a couple years ago, during the beginning of the pandemic, actually, March 17th, 2020. Man. Oh, and by the way, in case anybody wants to visit John, he's at the Holy Sepulchre Cemetery just outside of Milwaukee, maybe not far, maybe 20 minutes outside of the city. Before I leave, though, I am going to pay my respects to Matuszak. But not in the normal way. A lot of people, they put coins on graves and things like that. I'm going to pay my respects to the twos in a different way. And if you've seen the Goonies, you'll know exactly what this is. And even if you haven't seen the Goonies, well, I suggest you go and watch it. But You'll probably know. Hey, you guys! See you in the next video.